Warcraft Mobile, what is it going to be? I'm sure you have received it too, that email from Blizzard saying that they are about to announce an exciting new mobile game in Warcraft Universe. While an announcement is only a week away, I find this kind of speculation quite entertaining and hope so do you, which is why you clicked on this video. So you saw the title, so I obviously think that it is likely to be a clone of one particular mobile game. But let's just speculate together. What drives me to this conclusion? Do you agree or disagree? Your comments are most welcome. And most importantly, why am I ruling out certain other mobile game genre possibilities? Before we go on, let's just address the elephant in the room. What exactly is this symbol on their official website and official, so to speak, invitation to this reveal to the community of World of Warcraft players? What is that? What is this gear, lightning and pipes? Well, it's obviously very likely to do something with mecha gnomes, gnomish engineering, and less likely, goblin engineering too. But that's pretty much all we can deduce from this, and from this premise and setting. Genre and gameplay of the game can still be absolutely anything. They just need to tell us, Chief Engineer Mega Spark Plug decided to gather adventurers and go free Gnome Regan, or something else, who cares? It doesn't matter. And then you go kill a few waves of mobs while collecting mushrooms or whatever. Hopefully you get my drift here. The setting and the story behind the symbol doesn't matter. The game itself can be implemented whichever way possible. It can still be anything. Let's rule out a few quite unlikely scenarios just to put them at ease. It's not going to be a Diablo clone for quite obvious reasons. Let's just deal with that one really first and foremost. Then it also is not going to be another card game because they have Hearthstone. And it's also not going to be AutoChess style game because they have their own weird, in my view, version of that in the form of Hearthstone Battlegrounds. They even have Hearthstone Mercenaries, which is another sub-style of playing which sort of taps into specific genres of mobile and not just mobile gaming. I'm a relatively big fan of AutoChess, by the way, and I like and used to play Hearthstone, never competitively, mostly in solo adventure mode, but I had a lot of fun with the game quite a few years back. So nothing, absolutely nothing against Hearthstone, and even though I find Battlegrounds a very poor man's and weird and twisted implementation of how AutoChess games should be implemented and made, nothing against that mode either. It's just not my thing. Card games per se, like specific card playing games or card collection game, and something AutoChess-like is out. That is definitely not happening. Just as certain on that as I am on any resemblance of ARPG like Diablo clone, because we have a massive one coming. So, safely assuming that Blizzard's work on this game started 2, 3, maybe even before years ago, and that Blizzard isn't actually known to innovate and invent for the past like 15 years. Instead, they usually borrow a concept from another game, ideas, concepts, and then they often refine and make them their own. We know how Blizzard works. It's history, it's fact, it's not a question. This is not even a platform for debate. I'm saying it because with that in mind, what mobile games became particularly popular in the last, let's say, 3 years? Let's ask ourselves that question. There is a slim, but I guess realistic chance that it is another mobile MOBA, such as, you know, the super popular Mobile Legends, let's say, that I love, by the way. I love the implementation of it. I don't like just how many different bells and whistles and different sub-menus and rewards and all this visual clutter is there. I'm not a big fan, but the gameplay is nailed. The characters are awesome. I really like playing it, and I would have had nothing against some form of a mobile MOBA from Blizzard. Nothing. Like, imagine Heroes of the Storm on mobile in its current form. Would have loved it. Would have loved it. So why is there a chance? Because these games are still very popular. Mobile Legends is the spearhead of that, but Mobile Legends is not the only one. And Blizzard, with their slower development cycles, yeah, even for mobile games, I'm sure, is always a little late to the party. But then it frequently, at least is known before, to produce a superior product that is bound for success simply due to belonging to this massive ecosystem of millions of players who play World of Warcraft or Hearthstone for that matter. Why the chance is slim for MOBA from Blizzard on mobile? Because they've had Heroes of the Storm, which failed commercially, with no good reason behind that. In my view, I have no idea why that happened. I loved the game, I played it a lot. I thought it was much better and more engaging than, say, League of Legends. Yes, come at me. So, if it is a MOBA, then why not simply say Heroes of the Storm on mobile, right? I mean, if it was, rather than new Warcraft game on mobile. So, it's possible, but not very likely. I hope I made my case very, very clear. What else is there? I guess there were and still are very popular castle building and siege games similar to Clash of Clans, which I personally never got into, which is why I'm just showing to you the Google Play Store as opposed to the game on my phone. So Clash of Clans and its clones were very, very, very popular, and I'm sure super lucrative to run and support for the companies, because there was lots of, purchases available. I'm sure these games made metric ton of money to their developers. And WoW, with its whole Horde versus Alliance thing going still, could be squeezed into the same framework very, very easily. Very easily. Think about, World of Warcraft Warlords of Draenor garrisons, except implemented in a mobile format, where you can still have your developments, where you can still build all these fortifications, where you can launch attacks with your little garrison forces onto other garrisons out there. It's possible. It's possible. What I would rule out completely, and yes, honorable mention here, we are not stopping on that for too long, no matter how popular those games are, by the way, I don't care, are any stupid or not so stupid puzzles, or any of those save the girl from the tower pseudo puzzles, any variations of words with friends in World of Warcraft, or even majority of probably idle clickers, such as Crush Them All. As fun as Crush Them All can be in a specific mood, if you never tried the game, try it, and before you know it, it will suck you in. No, they are not gonna do it because it's a bit too simplistic, a bit too, well, I don't want to call it dumb for the lack of a better word, because I think these games, they have their own niche, they have their own use almost, but I don't think that they're making that kind of game at all. So what is left then? Other than World of Warcraft itself, if they simply launch a client on mobile. I'm not saying that there is going to be crossplay. No chance in the world that there is going to be crossplay, because there's too much coordination, too much connectivity required. There is absolutely no way anyone ever on PC take anyone from a mobile party, like into their party, from a player on the mobile into their party, what I'm trying to say. There is absolutely no chance that someone is going to be running Mythic Plus in crossplay with mobile players. Absolutely no chance. That is just ruled out in itself. But I guess there is some remotest possibility that there was a secret lab project where they have been migrating, let's say, World of Warcraft client, specific incarnation of it, almost like Classic is its own instance, Retail is its own instance, Mobile would be its own instance. It is theoretically not impossible, is what I'm going to say. But it would have been a massive undertaking. It's already an explored world. They already have players in it or not. So I suppose that they probably would have, more likely, they would have diversified into something that's easier to create than a mobile Warcraft, yeah? And also that's something that is a bit newer, that is in the same universe, but that is going to spark new wave of interest, possibly even its own ecosystem, its own community, its own sort of content creators and other kind of stuff. That is why I don't think that actual World of Warcraft for mobile is likely. We are left with exactly my guess from the title of this video and from the thumbnail. We are left with Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and Raid Shadow Legends as a more popular and known versions of the game, mobile game genre, so to speak. So aka turn-based squad games that can be semi-idle because the actions can be performed, at least in those games, automatically on autopilot, but they are quite fun, which explains, at least to a major extent, the massive popularity of these games. 2, 3, 4 years ago, even in case of Galaxy of Heroes. I played it, more so even than Raid Shadow Legends. I played Galaxy of Heroes, and it was fantastic, by the way. So I know it would be an unpopular opinion, but not being a PC gaming snob myself, even though I play mostly on PC, I absolutely would not mind a WoW Shadow Legends game. And I think it is absolutely the most likely scenario that we're looking at, as stated in my thumbnail. And again, if I didn't make a good enough case for you so far, well, let's list maybe, I guess, more specific points why. First, squad assembly and semi-idle combat is the only genre not exactly explored by Blizzard on PC or mobile. Not at all, not to any extent so far. So it's a massive niche. Second, Warcraft Universe with its multitude of heroes, their own storylines, all imaginable classes, roles, looks, and particulars, all of that very easily fits into the concept of putting a team together and then sending them on missions. It is absolutely possible. It is absolutely possible. And point number 3 is a game like this is relatively easy to implement compared to, let's say, creating a mobile Warcraft, the whole landscape, everything, fly wherever you want, do whatever you want type of stuff. So it wouldn't require such a massive team as Team 5 of Blizzard, the one that I believe still works on World of Warcraft main retail version. Yeah, and they would just not need to convert all that legacy quest lines and WoW landscape and whatever else. This is where speculation, I suppose, drifts off a little bit too much into specifics, and I don't want to go into that. So, my friends, get ready to help Chief Engineer Megaspark Plug to assemble a team of adventurers of some sort to go free Nomrigan in teams of 4 or something along those lines. That's what I think is massively likely to happen. And like I said, I really don't care what the story is, as Blizzard's WoW-related stories and Hearthstone, light-hearted spin, which this thing is likely to have, by the way, are always very decent, other than Sylvanas, don't get me started, and Jailer and all that kind of stuff. I hate that, but overall they're fairly decent, they're okay, and they're secondary to the gameplay that you get out of especially mobile game. After all, you're on the toilet anyway, so who cares about the story then? I'm kidding. A splash of dad jokes humor is a little bit of your reward for sticking with me through the whole video. Like it if you like it, and subscribe for more. We will talk again surely after the game announcement next week, and it's gonna be exciting. I am personally excited. I'm a PC player who is bored with the current state of World of Warcraft and a lot of other games, in all honesty, so I am looking forward to this announcement. I am absolutely looking forward to this. Let's talk in the comments down below. I think it's gonna be great. Talk to you soon. See you later. Bye for now.